Hey guys, Michael Brown here from michaelsbrown.com, and in this video tutorial I want to show you how to write your first blog post. Now, in one of my previous videos that you've probably went through by now, I showed you how to get a domain, get hosting, and install WordPress, and also write your first blog post in there. But I want to go in a little more detail over the basics of writing your first blog post to show you the structure of how it works. And then in a video right after this, I have another video I created for you showing you how to write a really good blog post that people are going to like and read and, you know, all that fun stuff. So what I want you to do here is just learn the basics of how this works. When you decide it's time to write a blog post for your blog, which I hope you do right after you create your blog, you need to, from inside your dashboard, go to Post, and then go to Add New. Now, once you go to Add New, you're going to come to a page that looks like this. You won't have this awesome typing in here like I do, but you'll have this box will be blank, and you'll have a place where you can put a title. Now, what you should do is put your title first, okay? That's the first thing you're going to list when you're writing out your blog post. And this is something that can be changed when you get done with the post if you decide that you want to make it different. If maybe you kind of went away from what your original title was a little bit. Maybe you thought of how to make it more exciting for your audience. But I like to start off with just a concept of what my post is going to be about. So like this post that I'm writing right here is one that I'm training you how to create a blog post. So this one I would call How to Write Your First Blog Post. And I know what you're thinking. I said write, and I also entered it as the word instead of type. Typing's probably more correct for what we're doing, but I suppose you could write it on paper and then type it up. So I'm going to leave it alone, but I know I'll get some people out there. Some of you guys will give me a hard time over the word I decided to use there, but we're going to go with write. So how to write your first blog post. Now, after you type that in, you'll notice it will also go here, and this creates what is called a URL. And that is a specific address on the internet where this post will be found. Okay, you don't have to do anything with it. It does it automatically for you. Now let me show you what a title looks like on an actual blog when you've created a title for your post. Okay, this is one of my blogs. This is michaelsbrown.com, and here's one of my posts, and here is the title of it. How to write a good blog post with these 5 simple tips. Okay, that's a title for this particular blog post. You'll also be able to find that title, those words, right up here. Here's that link of where this exists at online. And all the way at the top, we can see in the browser bar of what we're using, it will also put that title into the browser bar. So no matter what someone's browsing my page with, whether it's Firefox, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Safari, whatever type of browser they're using, it's going to give that title to them in the browser. So that's basically what a title looks like and how it works on a blog post. Now let's go into a little more detail here. When you want to start typing out your post, you simply type into this box. And this box is called a visual editor. Okay, it's a visual editor. Now the cool thing is, with a visual editor is that everything you do in here shows up as you do it. So if I were to go down here and type, and I'm going to go down here because I've already got some pre-typed stuff in here to save some time for you. But I'm going to type here. I am typing now in the visual editor. Okay, so you can see everything I do, it shows up in the box. So if I were to hit enter, it drops me to a new line. I can start typing again right here. Okay, very, very simple to do. Now, sometimes in your post, you're going to want to add images. You're going to want to put pictures and things of that nature in here. So when you decide to do that, all you need to do is click on the page where you want your image to appear, click Add Media, go to Upload Files, go to Select Files, find the image that's on your computer, double click it. It will come in, it'll put a little arrow, a little check arrow on the image, meaning that's what you're using. The next thing you need to do is you need to give your image some alt text that is relevant to what your post is about. So this one here is just an image for a HostGator coupon. So I would probably type in HostGator coupon. Again, if you guys are wondering why my typing's a bit slow and off, I've got a gigantic microphone in my face while I'm doing this. So I can at least make an excuse right now for why I have bad typing. It's just bad typing. I'm bad. But it's the mic. I'm telling you, it's the mic. So that's my excuse today, and that's what I'm going with. So let's move on here. After you put in your alt text basically tells the search engines what this image is about. At this point, search engines can't really read the images very well. They need to be told what they're about still. Soon enough, the technology will be here where we'll be able to recognize shapes and images and things like that, and be able to tell the audience what they're about, people browsing the search engines. But for now, we still need to tell the search engines what is on this image. Okay, the next thing you need to do is down here, select your alignment for your image, whether you want it to be on the left, center, or right-hand side of the screen. If you need to link this image somewhere, like you want to send them to another website, just click this box, link to, put in a custom URL, or just click none if you don't want the image to be clickable. Sometimes it will let you adjust the size from here, and if it does, you can select and adjust the size there. Other times it won't have the option like this. This one's not giving me the option, but I can show you how to do that later on anyway. Now what we're going to do is just click Insert in the Post, and there we go. Now my image is inside the post. Now if I decide I can move this image anywhere I want, you can just click it and move it, or you could reposition it. You could change the text around it. You can also, if you don't like the size of it and you want to make it smaller, you can click on it, click this little image button, this little edit image button here, and you can select the size you want it. You can make it go down by a percentage, 10% on each line here. If you click advanced options, you can do other things here. You can go in, you can actually tell it what size to make it by just typing in the size you would like it to be if you want. There's some other stuff. I'm not going to get into all this. You can take the border off by putting in a 0 if you need to. Okay, and then there's some more advanced stuff that we're not going to get into right now. But click update, and there we go. It will pull that border off when we go to publish this. Now let's take a look at this image. This is an image within a post. Click preview. Okay, we can see how it looks here. If it doesn't look right, you just need to mess with it a little bit and readjust the text around it to make it look right. The reason it's not looking right here is because I put all these extra spaces in that I don't need. I'm not going to go into all that right now. But if you edit the image, if you mess with the size, you can shrink it, you can move it. Okay, you can do all kinds of stuff to make it look different on the page. Okay, it's real easy to do. Now, after you do that, you need to put in a category. And if you haven't watched my videos on what categories and tags are yet, please watch those before you write your first post. I know they're just kind of educational and you're ready to get in there and write, but please watch those so you can understand what categories and tags are for. I'm not going to go into them inside this post, inside how to write your first post, but you will select your category and you will put your tag on here. Write your first post. Okay. Remember, tags just simply tell the audience what your post is about. It gives them a reference point, and just add that tag. Okay, there you go. We are now done writing our post. We can click publish. Okay, now that post will be up online. And there we go. And like I said, I can adjust this image, make this look better, and you can and you should do that. You want to make your images look good. And I'll show you here real quick. When you get your images in, this is how they look when you put them next to paragraphs. Okay, it cuts them in. They look nice and neat. Here's another image. It's nested in there into the text. Excuse me. And going down, here's another image nested in next to the text. Okay, so they look nice and neat. They're easy to see. And images just add that little extra element to your post. So I do suggest using them. Okay, that's how you can write your first post. Now we'll take a look here, and you'll notice that here again, here's my title for this post, how to write your first blog post. Here's the image I put in. Here's all my text. Here's my tags for it. Okay, and if you hate, again, if you hate your theme, you don't like how stuff's laying out on your theme, get a different theme. I like to use Genesis themes. They're a paid theme, but that's what I like to go with just because I like the bigger, blockier, bolder look to them. You can pick the ones you want as you go. If you're using a free theme, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you like it. But anyway, that's how you can write your first post. In the next video, I'm actually going to show you how to write a really good post that your audience is going to love and they're going to want to read. So enjoy that, and I'll see you in that next video.